Morning, this is Nicole with eCom Sellers Mastery, and today we are going over session 3 of the eCom Sellers Mastery 90-day intensive Shopify workshop. So by the end of the day, our objective, our goal is to make sure that we do create the shell of a Shopify store. So I am going to not necessarily stop sharing, but I am going to sort of check something real quick. So let me escape. On our last session, because somehow my slides are not my slides anymore. I don't know why they're not. So in our last session, we actually talked through a few things. Our last session, I gave you an assignment. Hopefully you went back and you've had some opportunity to actually complete the assignment. So in our last session, we actually went over keyword research, niches. We actually did a niche exercise so that you had the opportunity to figure out which niche was going to, that you were going to actually maybe consider for your Shopify store. You're going to invalidate the niche. And that exercise around niche research actually works for anything that you want to sell, not just for a Shopify store. It actually works for anything that you decide that you want to sell. So I encourage you to use that because I know on this e-commerce journey, sometimes we are trying to sell products and we order inventory. We can't figure out a couple of things. We can't figure out why we're not getting sales. Maybe it is an amazing product. Maybe it is an amazing niche. And because of maybe the way that we found the products or we acquired the products, we haven't put the listings up a certain way so our customers can find it. We haven't done a great job with maybe titling the description, pictures, or we haven't done a really good job of targeting the audience that would actually pick up that item. So that niche exercise will help you step through the things you need to consider when you're about to buy some inventory that you're going to spend potentially a significant amount of money on versus just so that you can put it to your Shopify store versus just acquiring random inventory that you think is going to sell. You really do need to go through the exercise of validating that inventory is something that people want to buy. So we went through that exercise, and then we talked through the aspects of a store. So today, before talking through the aspects of a store, I gave you the additional exercise of making sure that you go do some research on the potential stores once you figure out your niche. So figuring out a niche was part of your assignment. Go look at some additional sample stores, and hopefully you had the opportunity to do that so that we can come up with ideas for building our own store. I asked you to pull together information that you're going to need to build your store, which is your address, your email address, your phone number, picking a domain. Now, do you have to have your domain solidified today? No, you don't have to have your domain solidified today. But I encouraged you to kind of think through, are you going to create a brand? And if you are going to create a brand, you're going to need that. So I gave you some ideas around building, selecting a domain. And as you were looking at some stores, some Shopify stores that were similar to yours or similar to what you potentially want to offer, I asked you to kind of look at the colors. I asked you to develop a logo for yourself, for your business, and to go from there. So hopefully you've done all of these exercises. If you have not, I want to encourage you to get that done. I also encourage you to go grab all of the social media assets or social media real estate. So the thing about that's different now than a few years ago, more than a few years ago, is that social media and everything about social media, the real estate has become a really big deal. So if you do know that there's a domain that you want to consider, maybe you have 2 or 3 domain ideas, you've narrowed it down to 2 or 3. I would definitely go create the pages, as we stated before, the pages on all the platforms. You don't have to put anything on them. You don't even have to publish them. Just acquire that real estate. And I talked through why you need to acquire that real estate. So once you've got your address, once you've got your name, once you've got all of the stuff so that you can create your store, this is where we're starting from today. So those are the things that we covered in our last session. If you didn't get a chance to watch session 2, definitely go back and watch session 2. Today we are starting in session 3. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Yep, this is not the web session 3. This is a session 3. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make my screen big again, I think. And as we prepare to go through this exercise of getting ready to set up your store, and this says, did you already do it? We're actually going to do it today. And figuring out your domains, because again, giving you enough time to figure some of that out before we actually get into it is extremely important. And getting your social media assets once you've made a decision is extremely important. So as we go through this journey, I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises. Your results will be based on your effort, your decisions, and your work. So when you get ready to set up your store, there's going to be amount of income that you're trying to get out of the Shopify store. The majority of the time, Shopify is not about, well, depending on what products you sell. So as you're thinking about what products that you're going to sell in your store, you at least need to have an idea of what type of income you want to make or revenue you want to make, what your profit margins you want to make in your Shopify store. So I'm just going to give you some ideas around that. If you're trying to make, let's say you want to make in a 90-day window, if you want to make at least $2,000 in a 90-day window, then your revenue, regular recurring revenue stream every single month or every single week, needs to be $22 every day, needs to be $22.22. If that is your goal, you need to have some goal. Anytime you sell anything, anytime you acquire anything, you at least need to know what your profit margins are, or your potential profit margins, because every platform has fees. But Shopify's fees are a little bit different. You are going to have the processing fees on the back end once you create your account. But what type of revenue stream are you trying to make? And you want to allow yourself, at least in the first 90 days, to kind of get a rhythm going with your business. So if your goal is to, in that 90-day period, to at least make $2,000, you have to know that your revenue that comes in needs to be at least $22.22. If you're trying to, in that 90-day window, because again, I do everything based on a 90-day window to give something a try. 90 days to 6 months. That's really like my trial period to really give something everything I've got, just to see if I can make it work, versus 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. If you're trying to get to $4,000 in a 90-day window, then your revenue that you need to make, or profits you need to make every single day, needs to be $44.44. As you expand up and you're trying to get your store is moving, things are happening, and you're starting to make money, or you're starting to get some traction and makes a profit, then if you're trying to get to $2,000 a month versus over 90 days, because now your store is up, then your potential revenue that you need to make, or profits you need to make every single day, is $66.67. So just as you're thinking about your niche, as you're thinking about your products, and you're thinking about, what type of sales can I potentially get for this product? Let's say you buy a product and the initial acquisition price of it is maybe around $2 or $3, and you're going to sell it for $25 or $30. In order to get to $66.67, let me do that math backwards, $3. I'm selling it, if I bought it for $3 and I'm going to sell it for, I don't know, I think we'll do 23 so we can do even math. And we'll subtract $1 for fees, just estimated fees. We won't shipping, the customer's going to pay shipping. So that's roughly around $19. And then for me to get to $66.67 every single day in profit, to make $2,000 a month from the store, then I've got to have no less than like 3.5 sales a day. So those are the things you want to just kind of be paying attention to. What is your revenue goals and your revenue targets for your store? What do you have to do in order to reach those numbers? So make a note of that so that you know what you're looking at after you've given your store, you've tweaked it for the first 90 days. You come in, you made adjustments to different things like the descriptions on your products. Maybe you decided on a completely different domain. Maybe you changed out the pictures. And then you're trying to see if the store is going to actually be profitable now. So keep that in mind when you're calculating your revenue. or calculating your profits. So your profits equal the revenue minus the cost. Typically, when you're actually calculating the full profit, it's going to be all those other expenses. So you have the cost of goods sold and the shipping and the ad spend if you're going to run ads, and your processing fees, and if you have inventory that's coming in through customs, your customs spend. So if there's anything else, or even if it's not coming in through customs, you may have some additional spend that you have to consider. So make sure that you know what your revenue calculation is going to be for your business, and your profit calculation is going to be for your business. That way you'll have a good idea of what your potential profit could be for this product and long-term for your store. So I'm giving you some analysis on different, how you calculate your gross margin, your gross profit margin, using those calculations, and some additional things that you need to be thinking about when it comes to figuring out your total cost. You are going to have some ad spend. And so from my standpoint, I would suggest for your store, at a minimum, when you are budgeting for the store to bring it up, I would suggest that you have no less than a $5 a day for at least 90 days ad spend that's set aside. And that may be an ongoing expense that you have so that you can tweak different aspects of your ads or what you're going to use, like maybe have some new images created, maybe create some marketing videos. And videos normally, when it comes to ads, they can actually be stills of a product and not necessarily a physical, like normal traditional video. So it could be like an animated still. And a still is just like taking a picture of a purse and then taking a picture of taking that picture and moving the purse around on like in different stills, and then putting those like 7 pictures of the purse in different positions into a picture stream. And once you do that, it becomes a video, and maybe changing the backgrounds as you go along. There's some cool things that you can do inside of Canva to create videos or animated videos. So I encourage you to look into that. But ad spend, I would put aside right now at a minimum, or at least budget for $5 a day. So $5 a day in 30 days, that is at least $150. In over 3 months, that's $450 in ad spend. That is on top of your product. Will you have to spend all that money? I don't know. Depends on how good your domain is. Is it clear what it is that you're selling? Depends on how good, how popular the product is, or how in demand the product is. It depends on whether or not you found the audience, the target audience that this product is going to go in front of. It also depends on, the product pictures and the description. So all of those things matter. And that's the reason why in session 2, we've talked about in length about keyword research and niche research. So again, if you haven't done that, go back and do that work so that you make sure that you're doing everything you can to maximize your potential profits. And then you'll have processing fees. So I mentioned before, you're going to have a processing fee on Shopify. And so that processing fee, I think it's 2.9 plus 30 cents surcharge. So you're going to have fees. So if you just want to take out a flat amount as far as your budget is concerned, so that you can at least have a fee that's stable, you can get down to the detailed amount once you're in your reports in your back office. But again, if you're trying to do some projections, that way you'll have an idea of how much money am I going to spend for the next 90 days as I try to make this Shopify store get more traction and find my target audience. I would find my target audience before I did anything else. Okay, so I'm giving you some calculators that you can use. I will put this in here. These are some great calculators. I'll put them in the chat so that you can calculate your profit margin. And I will actually have my VA, Pornima. If you get an email, it would come from Pornima more than likely. So that way you'll have the links, and you'll have the links from our last session. I think She said something. So different ways to increase your profit margin over time. These are some of the things that you want to figure out. You want to get better at your operating expense for your store, because you're going to have expenses. And so again, if you put in that $150 a month, now there are people that spend, $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month in marketing fees. And if you choose to spend that amount of money, that you can, you really can. If I am making $10,000 a month from my Shopify store, and I'm spending $2,000 a month in ads, or I'm making $15,000 a month on my Shopify store, and I'm spending $2,000 a month in ads, I'm okay with spending $2,000 a month. It's after you get the revenue going. So this $5 a day is until you get your revenue up for your store, your profits up. As your profits go up, I would encourage you, to tweak some things about your ads and maybe go from $5 a day to $7 and $7 to whatever. So get your operating expense down for your store as much as you can. Don't obsess over the per order profits. I'm going to say that with an asterisk, because when you're first starting, you're not necessarily going to obsess over it. Long-term, bigger picture, I don't want you to obsess over it. You want to focus on, did I pick good products? Did I put my product in front of the right audience? Increases trustworthiness of your store. Everything that I had you do in session 2 was about establishing your store as a real store. It was about looking at other stores and comparing how those stores look. What do their menus look like? What do their pictures look like? So that you had an idea of what you're going to do with your store. And then increase your average order value over time. You're going to do that. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, I believe, in session 4 or 5, and what are things you can do to increase your average order value. And one of those things is to upsell, like with bundles, like put things together, and you can do that with your Shopify store. Create a customer loyalty program. That's a long-term strategy. That's not right today. When you're first starting, you could be thinking about where you want to go with your store. And what type of loyalty program could you put together? Loyalty programs could be anything from offering the customer, like repeat customers, 5% off every single time they come back to your store and buy, offering your customers a 5% off if they refer if they refer others to your store. So, giving you a referral or whatever. So there's different things that you can do as you continue to expand your store. And then the last one is raise your prices. Again, as you're starting your store, you don't want to sell your things for so low that when you do start raising your prices, the customers are in shock. But just know that this year we're going into a level of, I don't know, maybe inflation. There's going to be an increase of everything. Everything is going to cost more money. So you need to be prepared to make adjustments to your prices on this journey, but make sure you've done enough analysis to ensure that the market can bear the price adjustment. Going in and selling something for $20 and then selling it later on for $60, it might be a shock, and it may also drive people away from you if you're trying to build the brand up. So just be mindful of those things. So before we get into, I'm going to sourcing, we'll come back to this. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to get ready to create a store today. So I'm going to escape for just a second. And there's a couple of things that we need to do before we actually get into building the store. One, we need some pictures. So if you have product pictures, please go grab them. Grab whatever product pictures that you have, or lifestyle pictures, or pictures that showcase your product, okay? So I'm gonna actually build my Shopify store for my planner and my calendar. I'm gonna create some pictures because I have some stills of my product. If you don't have any pictures and you have nothing in mind, you just don't even know what you're gonna do with your Shopify store, I'm gonna give you some ideas. So think of a product, just any generic product. It can be, I built a store once just in a training. I built a store around oranges. I was like, somebody give me an idea, a product idea. So in the chat, if you want to type in here a product idea, write down a product idea, any product idea. It could be anything. It could be lotion. It could be pet beds. It could be anything in the world. And I'm going to just give you some quick ideas on how to grab some pictures for that so we can create a fake Shopify store. Did you post the calculators? Yes, I did. In the thread up above. I think I put them to everybody. No, I didn't. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't choose everyone. You're absolutely right. There we go. Okay, coffee mugs. All right, so coffee mugs is what we're doing. All right. So let's go and pull up some images of coffee mugs. So what we're going to need for our coffee mugs is we're going to need one or two lifestyle pictures of coffee mugs, one or two pictures of just the mug by itself, and one or two pictures of the mug in use. So one or two pictures of some type of lifestyle picture, one or two pictures of the mug by itself, and one or two pictures of the mug in use as we get ready to build out the store. Okay, so Google is our friend, always. And we go to Google and we go to Google Images. And there's going to be a whole bunch of like pictures where they won't let you use them because they're, I don't know, stock, Getty images, whatever. We don't care about that today. We're just making up a fictitious listing. I mean, fictitious post. So there's a whole bunch of coffee mugs, some great coffee mugs here. Okay, so like a boss, I actually have this coffee mug. I also have one that says I don't give a sip. So I have this coffee mug. So I'm going to grab this one because this is actually showing somebody holding the coffee mug. So I'm going to save this image. The way I do that is once I find an image that I like, I'm going to left click on it, save image as, and I'm going to save this image. I would create a quick folder for your images. So what is this coffee mug? So I created a folder. I'm going to rename the folder. And I'm going to call this, where am I going to put this? Coffee mugs. So I'm creating a quick folder. Now, as I save images, this is coffee mugs. This one is sort of a lifestyle. Typically, I would want to find all the same mug, but this is just an exercise. You can go back and get your real pictures later. So that one is sort of a lifestyle. And then this one's indirectly a lifestyle because somebody is actually, they've got them on the table. So I'm going to take this one. Coffee mugs lifestyle 2. Okay. And then I want to get a picture of the mug by itself. I can take a picture like this, or I can get one with a white background. I would tell you on Shopify, like having some type of background is always helpful. If you went and looked at some of your competitor stuff, you'll see that they typically will have maybe have images that have some type of background. The white clear background is fine. So something like this versus no background. So this one has a white background, which is fine. And this one maybe has no background. I think this one has no background. So I'm going to take this one because this is actually a white background. So this is the coffee mug by itself. Lone one. And then coffee mug. This was indirectly as lifestyle, but that's okay. I'll take this one. I don't know what's going on here, but okay. Save as. I'm just randomly grabbing coffee mugs. Typically, you would have all the same, whatever you're selling. So for the purposes of this exercise, I'm just randomly grabbing coffee mugs. Okay, and then the other thing is I'm going to find a couple of coffee mugs. The coffee mug is in use. Person holding. All right, so here's a bunch of pictures of people holding coffee mugs. So I know that my first gallery picture for my Shopify store needs to be a wide picture. I kind of like this one. So I'm going to save as. Okay, save. And I am going to grab, that's funny. I'm going to grab another one of a person holding a coffee mug. Can't really see the mug. I see the person's face there. This one I see the mug. That's not bad. Again, normally you're going to find royalty-free pictures. So we are not doing that right now. We are literally just finding some coffee mugs. That's funny. All right. Only because I'm already in this account, I would probably pick that one. But that's a place it, which is a great one. I am going to, I don't know how big that is. I actually do kind of like that one. I'll make it more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one. I know it's licensed, it doesn't matter. We're making a fake, I'm making a fake store, so I'm giving you an example. Two, so I'm naming it number 2. I am going to get a guy because I didn't get any guys. I like that one. Since I'm going with mostly white coffee mugs, I'll go ahead and grab this guy. He looks fun. Okay, so I got some coffee mugs. You're like, why do I need these pictures? Because when you look at Shopify stores, you see images of products on the store. If you did the research, you'll see different types of images of whatever it is you want to showcase. And so we have to go grab some pictures. And so for the purposes of this exercise, I want to give you 2 minutes to go grab some pictures. Just go out to Google, type in whatever it is. I don't care what it is. You do dog beds, you can do oranges. I did a store with oranges. I think the store is still there. I mean, it's not live, but I did create a store and I found a bunch of pictures of people holding oranges with oranges. My gallery was the bomb. It was really nice. But just go find a product, or if you can find your product or find a product similar to what you want to sell, because again, you did a little bit of niche research, hopefully, and go grab some pictures. I would say that you need at least, I don't know how many we saved, at least 6 pictures at a minimum. If you have 7, that's fine too. So go find 7 pictures, a couple of them lifestyle, a couple of the products standalone, and a couple of the products in use. Go find 7 pictures right now on Google. Again, these do not have to be your permanent pictures. This is just to get through the exercise. Okay? So it is 9:43, 9:45. We're going to come back and hopefully you have your pictures. So let's go. Now I have to stop sharing for 2 seconds because I got to go make sure I have an email address for this thing that we're about to do. I may or may not have an email address. So let me go make sure I have one. So make sure you have an email address, an address, something you can put in there that's, you can always change it. I just need to make sure I have something fictitious to start mine with. So just a second. Well, it doesn't have to be fictitious. It could be real. So here. All right. Type in the chat if you need one more minute. If you need one more minute, please type that in the chat. This morning. Today. Okay. Google's making me verify. Yeah. Okay. Skip for now. Okay. Terms of service. Agree. Okay. What's the difference between lifestyle, mugs, and use? So lifestyle, good question. So typically a lifestyle may show the coffee mug on a table surrounded by, like if I'm doing coffee mugs, lifestyle would be like a coffee mug on a table with maybe some breakfast around it and the steam is coming off of the coffee mug. So you may not actually be showing the person. You will be showcasing the food in an environment where the coffee mug would typically be. So another one might be a person, but you're not showing the person's full body. You're showing the person sitting in a chair. So they're showing maybe from the chest down or the arms down with a book in their hand and they got a coffee mug in their hand. So they got a book in one hand and a coffee mug in one hand, and they're sitting in a chair next to a window. So that sort of so the whole feel about that is showing that coffee mug in a lifestyle setting versus a person just holding a coffee mug. I could just be standing somewhere and holding it. Nothing relevant or significant is happening around me. Nothing relevant or significant is happening in the background. And so in that case, the person is holding the coffee mug that you're just trying to showcase. That's it. So they may be just holding it. They may have both hands around it. They may just have one hand on it, but there's nothing else about their surroundings or their background or their environment that makes it any different. So in my example, let me share my screen. I'm sorry. I had to go create a quick email account so we can do this exercise. I don't want to get started on that right now. So, okay. So let me go back to my folder. Find my folder. I have a lot of folders, y'all. So just, here we go. Don't judge me. I have a lot of folders. A lot of folders. My computer is like tired. As a matter of fact, I have a new laptop on my desk so that I could I've moved files up to the shared drive and moved them off of my computer. So anyway, did I put it in here? Coffee mugs, yeah, I did. Okay, so in this example, so this is just a coffee mug by itself. Okay, so those two are just coffee mugs by themselves, just showing the product. This is a person holding a coffee mug, sitting next to a window. You can consider that a lifestyle picture, but my intent was just to really show the coffee mug. This is another person just holding the coffee mug. And again, nothing significant around the background. This is another person holding a coffee mug. This is showing the coffee mug in a setting that the coffee mug would typically be in. So it's on a table, there's some grapefruit there, there's like a newspaper or a puzzle or something happening right there, and there's a plate. So this is in a setting, it's a lifestyle. Okay, this one is a person holding it. So let me just see. So this one is probably my other lifestyle, which is a person sitting next to a window holding a coffee mug. So I am only showing, I'm showing the coffee mug, but I'm showing the window in the background. I could have chosen a better lifestyle picture, but it's okay. This is just an exercise. So this one would be my lifestyle. This would be just a person holding. This is just a person holding a coffee mug. This is another lifestyle. This is showing the coffee mug in a setting where it would naturally be. Okay. Does that answer the question? And then this is the person holding the coffee mug. So this one could be another lifestyle because this looks like it's a coffee shop behind, but the picture is not, like, the resolution on it is not as good. Okay, so did everybody get some pictures? Hopefully you did. Man, I got a lot of windows open. Should have closed some of these. Let me close some of my windows, so I can actually get some stuff going. So close some windows. I think this is a little bit better. I need that. Oh, I gotta come back to that. I'll come back to that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Okay, I feel much better now. I had 9,000 windows up. Okay, so does everybody have some pictures? That's the key before we get started. We're gonna go through, we're gonna actually create a Shopify store. We're gonna get started. Please tell me if you do not have pictures. I need to know. Or type in the chat, you're still grabbing pictures. Is everybody still there? Okay, so I am going to, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dee. Yeah, I just want to make sure somebody was still there. She's like, yeah, we're still here. We're still here. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start, and you will need some pictures in order to do this exercise. So that's usually why I was asking the question if you have pictures. Even if you use the same picture over and over again, if you want to do that, that's fine. It just is more beneficial if you have more pictures. The other thing about the pictures is if you can find some big pictures like this one, sometimes when you rest your mouse on the picture, you'll see the dimensions. So this one's like 800 by 500. This one is 1200 by 800. So this is a really big picture. Actually, I might steal this one. He's in a kitchen. I'm gonna steal this one as a lifestyle. I'm gonna steal this one. Where's coffee bags? Okay. Lifestyle. 3. It's a good one. The dimensions on it are big. So if you can find one that's the dimensions are big, he's in the kitchen. This was a great one for a lifestyle. It shows the person's like in a coffee shop. The coffee is on the table. The person has coffee in their hand. That's a great lifestyle picture as well. So versus just a random, I'm holding a coffee mug. It's a person, they're holding the coffee mug, but again, there's nothing else happening. That's the difference between the two. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. Okay, so step one of this journey is we are going to create our Shopify stores. If you haven't created a Shopify store, you can go to shopify.com. Typically, this is where somebody would give you an affiliate link, but we're just going to go there. And we're going to create a new store. So it says start free trial. You're going to click on the start free trial. You're going to put in your email address where you're starting my free trial. eCom calendar at gmail.com. I literally just created this. And you're going to put in a password for your store. Make sure it's a password you'll remember. I crack myself up. Okay. Make sure it's a password you're going to remember. I know that I did do coffee mugs, but I'm actually going to do a store. eCom calendar. Right. So I'm creating a store. Again, this will be your Shopify store name, will be the Shopify store name that you'll have for a while. So think of something that you can remember, something that makes sense. If you want to call it coffee mugs, you can call it that. If you have the name of your store in mind, you can name it the name of your store. Decide what you want it to be, and then type it here. Minimize these. I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Store. Once I click on Create Store, it's going to go through a process. I'm going to hop over to the new email account that I created, and it's going to ask me to verify some stuff. So go click on Start Free Trial. And again, if you already have an established Shopify store, that's absolutely fine. You can create a brand new one. We're not going to pay for a store today. We're not. We're literally just going to create a store. Just make sure you write down the store name and the password that you gave it as part of the exercise. Everything we step through will help you in maintaining and managing your own store. Okay. So you could skip all this if you want to. If you want to populate this, you can. I am going to skip this. You do have to put in your name and your information. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my name. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my store info. So put in your name, your store info. Hopefully you're going along with me. If I need to slow down, tell me to slow down. What is my number? I have a business number. I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm just gonna put this one for right now. I'll come back to it later. 64094. Okay. I definitely need to break out that new laptop. You can leave that blank or you can keep it. The store is a registered business. It is. If it's not, just leave it blank. I'm going to go ahead and take that off for right now. And then I'm going to click on Enter My Store. Okay. So do you have an affiliate link? I wish I did. I mean, I do, but we don't have time. We're going to keep on moving. I am not prepared to set up a store, but I am going to this week. Well, you can do this exercise. So you can set up a fake store today and use this exercise to set up your real store next week. So if you're in front of a computer, I do encourage you to do this with me so that way you're like, oh, I remember that in the class. I remember that. Okay. So starting the free trial, they're going to ask you to select a plan. As soon as they ask you to select the plan, then they're going to want you to pay. So I'm just going to ignore that message. You're going to see the message everywhere. Just ignore it for right now. Okay. We're just going to ignore it. The great thing about Shopify, when you first get started, there's some helpful videos that show up. So how to set up shipping. So start shipping. They have right here in the middle, adding your product. We went over this last week. So adding your product, you can add it here or you can add it there. Okay. So this is like that dashboard that we talked about. Then you also have, view state. So you set up your state-based stuff. You're going to do that also under settings, which is down here. If you see my mouse, a custom theme, we're going to create a theme or we're going to select a theme today. And then add a domain. You can add your domain later. Again, we're just playing with the store today. That's all we're doing. Set up payments. This is where you can set up payments. You can also set up your payments down here under settings and then, view shipping once you set up your shipping. Send verification. So before I even get started playing around with the store, they want me to verify my email account. So I'm going to go over to the fake, not really fake, it's real, email account that I just created, and has hello, say hello to eCom. Da, 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 da. I click on it, and I don't need to get my domain because I already have my domain. Complete your store setup list. So wherever you sent it, you're actually going to get a store setup list, which is also a checklist, is also helpful. And as if you run into challenges, definitely make sure you come back to class on your 4th session, and let's talk about the challenges you ran into. Where are we getting the Shopify name? Is asking me for a Shopify store name. So you are creating, like, you can just put in there your name if you want to for right now. So as you click on Start Free Trial, when you click on Start Free Trial, it's asking you to put in an email address, and then it wants you to put in a Shopify store name. So you're making one from scratch. So call it whatever you want to. I called mine eCom Calendar, even though we're talking about coffee mugs. That's what I called it. So you can call yours whatever you want to call it for the purposes of the exercise. But if you have a product theme, or if you have a product niche, or if you have a domain name in mind, you can call it that. So call it whatever you want to, but if you're just going to go ahead and create a fake store with me, then just call it something generic. You can call it Coffee Mugs by JJ if you want to do that. You can do whatever you want to. Okay. So I need to verify, send free verification. So I didn't get a verification. Verify your email address to keep your store secure. So I'm going to click on the send verification because normally they send that to you. Verify your email address. Yeah, I know. I did not receive the email. So let's go back. I should be getting an email from Shopify to verify my email address. So make sure when you get that you do verify. It hadn't come yet. So whenever it comes, make sure you click on it so that you can verify who you are, because I didn't see verify my account anywhere in here. Yeah, I didn't see it yet. So you will get an email that asks you to verify your account in just a second. Whenever that comes, verify your account. Okay. Optional. Da, 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 da. So going back to where we were, the thing that we're going to do today, now that we've kind of created the store itself, we are not going to click on select a plan. So nobody do that. 14 days from today, the trial will be over. So today is the 8th. We're going to continue working in our store next week, which will be the 15th. And then the week after that, which will be the 22nd. Sorry, doing math in my head. You can decide you're going to go ahead and pay for it if this store works for you and you want to continue to manipulate it and work with it and build out your store. You can pay for it, or you can not pay for it, just continue to build it out and then pay when you're ready for the store to go live. Your call, ultimately, at the end of the day. So once you get your verify your information, because I didn't get the verification, this is the whole security thing, then send verification email. I thought you guys already sent it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do send verification email so I can get past this. So sometimes when you don't verify your account, like there's going to be limited stuff you'll be able to do. There we go. Let's just verify. Send confirm my email address. Thank you. All right. I have been verified. So I had them send a verification. Where I did that was down here on the first page. They asked me to verify my account or send verification to secure my, there it is, send verification to for my account. I came to a second page. That second page was like send verification. So I had them send it. It finally came in. And so then I just clicked on it. So now I have 3 Shopify windows open. I don't need 3 Shopify windows open. Just want to make sure that you got there. I keep getting an error when trying to create my store. Where are you getting the shop? So what error are you getting? What is it saying? Maybe the store already exists. Did you already? If the store name already exists, you got to choose something else. Is it telling you that it Coffee Mugs by JJ? Okay. So get maybe get rid of the spacing. Try again later. So do coffee mugs all together by JJ without any spaces. You can do it with dashes, but just do coffee mugs by JJ. Are you on Shopify.com? You're on start free trial. I don't know if it'll let me do it again. Okay. So are you here? Is this the screen that you're on right now? So it's on login. So did you start with Shopify.com and then click on start free trial? Because that's a login page. If you started with Shopify.com, put in the email address, put a password, remember the password, and then type the name. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but coffee. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, good. All right. So she's rocking and rolling. All right. I hope everybody else is there with us. Let's keep going. So now I have officially 3 windows open. I'm going to stay with my first window. The second window was the whole send the verification. The third window was the result after doing the verification. So I could close all of these. You can click on this to go to your store. If I click here to go to your store, when you log in yourself, it will look like, yeah, I know I have multiple accounts. It'll look like this. Looks very similar to this. They're not exactly the same, but they're close. Okay, so we are here. The next thing that we are going to do is we're going to pick a theme. So the theme is the look and feel of your store. That is what the theme is. And what I suggested that everyone do in session 2 was to go in and look at a couple of sample Shopify stores. Go look at a couple of stores and get the idea of, for this particular type of store. So if you're doing cosmetics, there is a look and feel of a cosmetic store. They don't all have to be the same. They don't. But it doesn't make any sense to create a Shopify store that's got some wild and crazy color and nobody can figure out what you're selling. If you are selling bright cosmetics, like maybe you're selling lipstick, having a bright red store might make sense because you're selling lipstick. And so you're going to be showing different pictures of people's lips and they're going to have different lip color on their lips. And you're going to show a couple of women with, different color lipstick on their face. So that makes sense. But having a Shopify store for makeup that is, I'm trying to think of some kind of crazy color that is just like, what in the Sam Hill are you selling? I can't think of anything right now. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of a hard one. But anyway, there's a look and feel for different types of stores. So you want to get an idea of the layout for the store and where things are positioned on the store so that when you get ready to build your store, you have something to compare it to. Can you change your theme? Yeah, you can always change your theme if you want to. We're all going to start off with the theme that works for us. So, all right, is everybody on this page? Registered, what does registered business mean? So is your business registered? Like my business is registered because I actually have a trademark. So it is a registered business. So if you have, like you're doing a private label and you have a registered brand, then you have a registered business. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and if you are on this page, in your store, do you sell only one thing? You can sell multiple things. So we taught you can have a sort of general store that's sort of themed. The difference is I'm going to just talk about pets. So having a pet store that has a bunch of pet related stuff is sort of a general store, but it's themed around or it's niched around pets. Versus I am only going to sell dog leashes for small dogs. And it's a singular product. It's dog leashes for small dogs. So having a general store around pet stuff, so it can have pet blankets, pet costumes, pet food, pet print on demand pet stuff. Like I could do a combination of different things in that store. And those are the things we covered in session 1. So definitely, like you can have multiple things. Selling a store that's more like a Walmart, where you have everything from home goods to groceries to clothes to shoes to automotive to hardware to books to CDs. Like that is not what we recommend for the Shopify store. So if you have an idea of the types of products that you know are going to sell over and over again, then definitely create a store around that. So I do holiday bundles. I will do holiday bundles and I will do gifts. So holiday bundles would be bundles for Christmas, bundles for New Year's, bundles, I just said New Year's, but bundles for New Year's, bundles for back to school, not a holiday, different types of holiday bundles like that. And then I could do gifts for mom, gifts for dad, gifts for grandma, gifts for kids. So there are more bundles around gifts. So the store is a theme. The whole niche is bundles, and it's holiday bundles or gifts bundles. I selected drop shipping because I want a hybrid, but it is asking me to explore the apps. You don't need to explore you didn't have to select drop shipping right now. You can do that. You can do that later. You don't have to do that now. So how do I get this to add products as well? You would use an integration once we're ready to do the drop shipping side of it. Right now, we're just making a store. We're going to make a store. We'll talk about the back end stuff later, like next week. We're not going to talk about all the back end stuff. Integrations is not, so I cannot go back. I don't know where you are. So can you show your screen? And why not a Walmart for Shopify? What is a hybrid? Okay, so let me go back to session 1. Hold on, let me just find my session 1 stuff because I covered. Those are all good questions. So when you get ready to create a store, you're like, oh, okay. So let me just. Quick. No, this is okay. It's not it. Sorry. Session 2. Bundles. That's Shopify. She talked about hybrid in session 2. Yeah, sorry. I gotta remember it was session 1 or session 2. Okay, so in session 2, we talked about a niche and the type of store that you're going to have. A lot of slides in here. Okay, in any case, I can't remember. I think it was this one. I'm just going too fast. I need to slow down. Okay. So in either session 1 or session 2, I talked about the types of stores that there are. In any case, found it down at the bottom. I'm good to go. I'll go back to the replay. So you do need to figure out, like, if you're going to do, if you want to do a store that's more like a Walmart, you can, but let me just tell you what makes better and what's going to serve you better. If you want to sell a variety of different products, a lot of people will put in a theme that's more like a warehouse theme or a wholesale theme to sell a variety of products. I mean, a true variety of products versus a Shopify store that maybe focuses on automotive, a Shopify store that focuses on pets, maybe focuses on kids, it has a focus of some type, a niche of some type. And so having a store where it is focused on a specific type of audience is going to allow you the opportunity to get more traction and to get more sales and be able to find your avatar better and easier so that you can target ads to them. How do you target ads to a person when your store is more like a Walmart? You don't know who the avatar is. You don't know how to target it. You have no keywords in which for your audience to find these specific products. If a person is a pet lover, you can create targeted ads for pet lovers and draw them into your store. And then if you have other stuff that's on your store that they're interested in, that's great. But if they come to your store and they see like, a few things around pets, and you have all this other stuff that's not pet related, like you have, I don't know, tires and oil and like, you've got, I don't know, an awning for the backyard, like all of those have nothing to do with pets. So you're running targeted ads to people that is focused around the avatar you're trying to get is pets. And they're going to be confused as to what they're seeing at that moment. Now, can you do a store where you have a variety of different products? Yes. You can use Shopify. We'll get into apps later. We're not ready for apps yet. But you can create a store that has that you can use to push products from one platform to another. An example would be you sell a variety of products on Amazon. So your products that you sell on Amazon are in different categories all over the place. You can use Shopify to extract your listings from Amazon, push them through your Shopify store over to your Walmart store and use it as a pass-through. It's awesome, okay? As a matter of fact, we're doing something similar to that with some products that we have. And so it allows you to get those listings up on another store on the other side. The same thing with, sending your products over through like to Etsy. So maybe in your Shopify store, you have a handful of things that are like print on demand, maybe some handmade goods. And so you literally could use the integration between Shopify and Etsy. And I'm getting ahead of myself because I think that's covered in like class 4 or 5 or something like that, all the integrations. But the point is, your store can have a bunch of different things. When you have a Shopify store, you're going to spend some money on ads. You need to know who you're targeting. And if you have a general store, you don't know who you are targeting. You have no idea who you're targeting or what they're supposed to see when they come there. If they come there and you target them for pets, you only have 3 things that are pet related. You got 200 other items that are not pet related. The chances of converting that person into a buyer are going to be less. They're going to be lower. What did you say about pushing through? So you literally, we're going to talk about integrations. I got to go look what we're talking about integrations. I think it's in session 5. But anyway, there's an app. There's apps. So Shopify has a boatload of apps. And one of the apps is you can take your Amazon listings, push them through to Shopify. So use the integration, the Shopify integration with Amazon. And then from there, once they're on Shopify, push them from Shopify over to Walmart. So it's a way to get your listings over from Amazon to Walmart on your Amazon listings. Now, I will tell you, just from experience and knowledge, the descriptions and the titles for your listings over on Amazon does not always match how they should be listed on Walmart, because Amazon does a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, eCom Dash. Yeah, I have eCom Dash, and eCom Dash will push your listings over to Walmart as well. Listing Mirror is the one that we are still messing around with. We're still doing a bunch of stuff, but anyway. Yes, you can use Shopify as a pass-through to several different platforms. So if they exist on Shopify, you can push them over to Etsy. You can push them over to a bunch of different platforms. So it depends on what your long game is for your Shopify store. But you do need to figure out what that is. So hopefully that helped a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I went too far into the weeds. We're going to reel it back for just a second. But if you do have questions, I don't want to stop you from asking them. Okay, so let's move on from there. So now that we have our store, there's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. We have all our menu items that are here. You can look at your store. There's nothing there. You can click on this little eyeball. This is your eyeball to go look at your store. Here's your settings. Again, we got the whole select a plan. We're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore the select a plan, okay? So don't select the plan yet. So whether you're on this page right here, or whether you're on this page, oh, it's the same one. Okay, good. Set up your shipping. Okay, same picture. All right, so we're here. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and we're going to click on custom themes. So your theme is the look and feel of your store. Your theme is something that you should have selected, or you should have had an idea like, what do the types of stores look like? So I'm going to go ahead and click on customize my theme. Okay. And once I click on customize my theme, I'm going to come to this page. We're not going to choose the Dawn theme. We're going to choose a different thing. But there's a bunch of different themes that are available to you that you could choose. So we're going to look at some themes real quick. I want you to scroll down. Don't click on anything up here. We're going to come down here. We're going to explore the free themes. And we're going to visit the theme store. So we're actually going to go to visit the theme store. Everybody click on visit theme store with me. And then once you go to visit theme store, the first thing that's going to show is it's going to show the Dawn theme. Okay, fine. That's great. And as I scroll down on the Dawn theme, which is the theme that we have, you remember that lifestyle picture that I was talking about? This is where, if I'm choosing the Dawn theme, this is where it logically makes sense to go. And then as I'm looking at this, I see different purses. So this is a lady holding a purse. And again, I don't know, the feet are holding a purse too, which is kind of funny and cute. It shows what it might look like on a mobile phone. And then it also shows the purses standalone. So when we were doing the exercise of downloading pictures for the coffee mug, I chose coffee mugs by themselves with an intentional white background versus no background. So these have a white background. They have like a tannish type of, you can tell that there's a background there. I have a lifestyle theme, which is a person she's really just showcasing the purses, if I'm gonna be honest about it. So here's some others. This person is selling swimwear. So this is the lady. It looks like these are fishing poles in the background. These are, this is a house or something. And these are all swimsuits. And the ladies are wearing swimsuits. This one is, I don't know what this is. I don't know what they're selling. I like to be able to tell what they're selling when I see the store. And so that's one thing that you're going to hear me talk about a lot. Like if I have to click on this to figure out what you're selling, then I don't know. You got to do a better job. I can tell that they're selling bags in this lifestyle picture. Somebody's got a bag on their shoulder. Okay, this person, he's selling t-shirts, but it really just looks like he's staring off into the sky. And then you see his shirts. Here's the bags. I think they're either selling spray or makeup, some kind of cleanser. I don't know. I don't know what they're selling. Okay. So these are selling. They're using this. Let's see, this is not the thing selling in person. Here's some other themes. So this is symmetry. And that's another theme that you could use. This is what the top of the page looks like. This is what shows as you scroll down. So there's going to be different sections on the page. This one, I think that they are selling clothes. So I think she's selling clothes. And this is this theme, Laurentia. And you can see a whole bunch of different themes down at the bottom. Now, before we go any further, I am going to click on the words all things. I'm getting stuffy. I don't know why I am. This looks like hair color bottles. Maybe, yeah, I don't know what they're selling. I can't tell what they're selling on that one. So when I click on all things, click on the word all themes, we come to this option here where you see that there are free themes and there are paid themes. For all of our activities, we're going to use free themes. Why? Because we're not going to spend any money to start this store. We're going to start the store without spending any money. So I'm going to click on the checkbox for free themes. And that is all I'm going to see is the free themes. So with the free themes, we have the Dawn, we have Express, we have Narrative, we have Debut, we have Venture, we have Boundless, we have Simple, we have Brooklyn, we have Supply. Okay, so when I was talking about a variety of just random products, this one makes the most sense because they're going to show a picture up at the top, and all of these have a white background. You don't have to lay your store out exactly like this. This is just examples. So if I click on Supply, if I want to see what other styles they have, I can click on Supply. And I can look at, this is examples as blue and light. Okay. So they're showing a product, looks like they're selling watches. To me, again, I got to be able to figure out what you're selling when I first come to your page, because people are visual buyers. So they got to be able to figure out what it is that you're selling. So again, maybe they're selling watches. She's got, when you look at the watch, this is the first thing that I see in the scroll. So I'm going to see watches, but then I can see watches that looks like leather goods. And this is something else. I can't see it behind it. And as I scroll down, the one thing about this is you can go and look at an actual store that has this particular theme. So if I scroll down, and everybody scroll down from that one, I scroll down, this is an actual Shopify store. So this is a Shopify store that is using that theme. Okay, so the first thing that they decided they're going to put at the top is they've got, oh, they're doing COVID tests. All right. So they've got a gallery. This little 3 dot is a gallery. When I kind of rest my mouse on it, you see the little things come out on the sides. So we're going to do some gallery photos, and I'll show you how to do that today. We got a menu up here, and it's pretty much, they've got this button up here that says wholesale. So they're selling a variety of different products. And so you may want to, do something like that if you're going to sell a variety of different products, especially if you're getting a whole bunch of products that are generic. So this theme actually works really well if you have a variety of different products. And so this may be the theme for you. They've got some other stuff that they're selling. They've got a sale box, weight loss box, hormone box, and muscle box, in addition to the stuff that's up in the gallery. So that's this theme store. I'm going to close this. I don't care about this theme store. So I'm going to go back to all themes. You can either click the back button or whatever you want to do there. And I want to go back to all themes. So we looked at supply, and then the last one was minimal. So I want each one of you to kind of look at, we'll look at them together. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Dawn. This is not the theme we're going with. I'm just going to click on it to look at it. So don't double click, because it's going to think you want to buy it. You want this, like, try this thing. We're not doing this thing. So this is Dawn, and you can see with the Dawn theme, as I scroll down, I see some information about the theme, gives me some adaptable layouts, some media stuff, cross-selling capabilities with this particular theme. It also gives me some additional stuff, who this theme might be good for, what you can do on this theme, merchandising. So you got an image gallery, image rollover, image zooms. You can zoom in on the images. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. And then as I scroll down, things made for visual storytelling, do that. I wanted to see a store that is using this theme. So they don't have a store that is using this theme right now, as an example. So they don't have one. Typically that would be at the bottom, and it'll show you a store that's using the theme. So since they don't have one, this is all we have right now for this particular store. And again, it gives you all of the features that are included with this theme. So Shopify is rolling out OS 2.0, and it's a gradual rollout. And there's going to be some enhanced features with 2.0 that you don't have with some of the other themes. It's more technical, so I'm not going to get into the weeds on it, but again, could be helpful in the future. When you go back, I am online store 2.0 things. None are what? None are free. Oh, okay. So when you click on all things up here, so then if you choose all things, if you're lost, and then you can click on free things. Once you click on free things, now you just get the free list of free things. So click on free things. Okay, so we looked at the first one. I'm going to go back to it real quick. And you'll also see that they have 2 examples. So then they've got craft is the other design example, giving you, again, the things that they want you to see about this sample store. It's just a sample store. So you can go and view the demo store by clicking on view demo store. And this is the store and what it looks like. Pretty cool. This is another example of the lifestyle picture that's showing at the top. And they have the pictures of the products by themselves, and they show the product on the shelf. And then, you've got some words here. So all of you are going to have to write some words. Just get used to that. You're going to see it. You got some testimonials here. They've got, I don't know what they want to say there. And then this again is continuing to show, these are blogs. Actually, some of the themes will have blogs. This is a great video, probably showing how it's made. And then they give you an option to subscribe. So this is, again, a sample store. It's a nice store, and it's a free theme. Okay. Versus, I don't want to add this to my, Lord. Okay. I just accidentally added this and I didn't want to. So let me get back to where you guys are. So I didn't want to do that. Action, free themes. I'm going back down. I scroll down. I'm going to go back to free themes. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I didn't want that. So then the next thing, let me go back to themes and go to free themes. Okay. I just wanted to show you the store versus if I look at this one, demo, view the demo store. This is the one with the lady's feet in the air. It's a great picture, the deep, rich blues. I love that. It's showing the different purses and stuff like that. So, and then she's got some pictures, again, showing the purses and some shoes. These are cute. They've got a video, which is nice. And then, of course, you can see the bottom half. So again, if you go back and you do session 1, I'm going to hit this back button, not this back button. You'll be able to see these. So I am going to now, the thing that we're going to choose, this is Express. You can come back and you can look at as many things as you want to through the gallery. I'm going to give you this link in the chat. Just choosing free. Save that for yourself so you can always come back and look at the free themes as often as you want to. Kind of get a look and feel for some of the stores. So if I go to narrative and it's a free theme, they have some sample stores. They have 4 sample stores you can look at. So again, if I wanted to see what this store looks like, I can click on view store. They've got warm. This is a nice one as well. These are big pictures. So that means that you would have to have a picture that is much larger as you are playing with your store or building your store out. Light. And I think that they are selling belts. So, okay. I got to be able to tell what you're selling in your theme picture. So these guys, I think, are selling bicycles. Yep, they're selling bicycles. So again, your picture, your gallery picture needs to indicate what it is that you're selling. Because why? People are looking at things and buying things from their mobile devices. If they can't figure out what the store is about by looking at that first picture, they got to click around. Like, okay, if I can go to a store where I can figure out what it is, I'm going to do that instead. So don't give your visitors any reason to leave your store. Make it clear what it is that they are getting from you. Don't give them a reason to leave your store. Okay? They need to know what it is that you're selling. Okay, I don't know what's going on with me in my nose. And then Express. So we're going to use Brooklyn today. I just want you guys to know. I just wanted you to see the other options. So this is Bistro. This one makes me feel like this is probably for food. I mean, that's what it makes me feel like. But again, you can read what they say about this particular theme. And then some of the features, you can also read the reviews about the theme. So definitely go do that. This one's Pantry. So again, it makes me think that this is the best site if you're selling food, if you're growing stuff on a farm, if you're selling food-made products. I feel like this might be the theme for you. Okay. So that's Express. And then the one that we're going to choose today is Brooklyn. So if I go to Brooklyn, and it's simple, is another one, shows a variety of different things on the front page. So if I go to Brooklyn, I can see in the Brooklyn, so we're going to demo this store. So I'm going to click on View Demo. There's a lifestyle picture at the front. There's 2 of them, actually. You see the little dots. So I can scroll to the next one. So what are they selling? Outdoor wear. They're selling clothes. They're showcasing a lady with a shirt, shop women, shop men. As I scroll down, I have some words here, figure that out. Then you have collections, women and men. So women's clothes, men's clothes. And then you can get into bags, home, outdoor. So you can click on these and go to other products. They also show some of this looks like featured collections. So these are the things that they want to feature. So you're going to have featured collections up here. And then you're going to have additional featured collections that you can have down here. And then something that they're showcasing right here. And as I scroll down, just add to a newsletter. And then your bottom half of the store, powered by Shopify. Okay. So I wanted to add this theme. We could add theme. Okay. I want to sell a variety of bundles. So a variety might be, I mean, you could do it with Brooklyn. Brooklyn is one of the easiest ones to work with. It's also one of the most popular themes on Shopify, just so you know. You might be able to do it with Simple if you want to use Simple, but again, with Simple, I apologize, y'all. My nose is so stuffy. So we would replace all of our pictures with our own. Yeah, you have nothing on your store. When I actually show you your store, there's nothing there. So there's no pictures. And when you're ready to do this for real, then you'll create your Shopify store and do it for real. So this one is, Simple. And then you can look at the different types of Simple and toys. And so they do have a small picture gallery up at the top. And small. This is what the menu looks like. So I don't like Simple. I mean, if you're going to do something like that, you could do that, but your menu is over to the left. Make sure you're paying attention to where your stuff is. I like my menu up at the top. I don't want it on the side. But again, that's your choice if you want to decide to do that. If you don't want to have a featured picture, then you can go directly into what the products are. So Simple may be the theme that you ultimately choose for you. And if you like the menu on the side versus at the top. I like the menu at the top. I think it's, for me, I feel like we have all been conditioned because of Amazon and because of Walmart and because of Target to navigate from the top versus the side. But you can be different. You can decide whatever you want to do. It's ultimately your call at the end of the day. So hopefully that helps. But pay attention to the actual theme. Go in and view the store itself. See how it works. Because again, these are free things. And so if you're going to showcase bundles, you can put each one of your bundles here, here. If this is the theme for you. If you want to try, look at the other ones. And then I go to demo. Again, as I come down, I'm showcasing product. So again, Simple is a good one. The other thing we didn't do was do a logo. Oh, yeah, we're going to do a logo today. Okay. Oh, I don't want Simple. Back. So I hope that kind of gave you an idea. If you didn't look at Shopify stores before, samples, we just looked at a few sample stores based on the type of theme. So the thing we're paying attention on the theme is, where's the navigation? What are the little feature sections of my Shopify store? So you can look at the different feature sections. So this one, then the menu is down here. This one, the menu is up here. This one, the menu is up here. This one, the menu is on the side. This is here. So again, just because they've got something here doesn't mean that this is what you have to choose. So the other thing that we're going to do is I sell a variety of different bundles. Yes. All right. So what we're going to do is we have one more activity. So we went and everybody grabbed some sample pictures. I don't care what pictures you choose. Like I said, I created a store of oranges last time. I literally picked some pictures of little kids eating oranges. There was that. I mean, my store was cute. It was really cute. But it was all oranges. I'm not going to sell oranges. I was just trying to show you how to plug in your stuff. So and that was the training class that I did with the international team. So this time I chose my coffee mugs. I'm actually going to create my calendar store and my planner store. So, you guys will get to see it as I build it out. The next thing is we do need a logo, because Nicole gave you a checklist of activities that you need to do in the last session too. And one of them, was address, and domain, and brand, and niche, all that other stuff. Logo was one of them. So there's a couple different sites that you can use to do logos. And I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but you can create, I'm going to go to Taylor Brands. You can do just one logo on Taylor Brands, or you can just Google logos. So you can do it inside of Canva as well, create logo. And I think Taylor Brands will let you create it without having to create an account. So free. I've not used this before ever in life. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Taylor Brands, because I think everybody will be able to use Taylor Brands without having to create an account. So we said we were doing coffee mugs. I think coffee. Just know I already have my logo. So If you want to put a tagline, so coffee mugs, I'll just click on design. And this is a physical product. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on next, choose physical product, choose next. And what industry? Coffee. Enter your industry. Coffee, I guess. Coffee shop. Okay, fine. Next. Tell us more about how you want to create the design. I want it to be bold, I guess. Okay. Do I want an icon or do I just want a display name? So you can choose to have an icon on your logo or you can just display name. So I am going to, my goodness, me and this nose. I'm just going to do words. So I'm going to choose just words. And then they give you a bunch of different design options. So I said coffee mugs, I think it's what I wrote. So I could choose taller, that's kind of semi-bold. I could choose retro. I could choose delight. I am going to choose, I wanted to choose trendy. Trendy first came up. So, okay, is everybody here? Did you choose logo maker? No, I chose Taylor Brands. Taylor Brands. Taylor Brands. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and choose retro. So I double click on retro. Oh, 3 styles. Okay, 3 styles. Trendy. I'll choose that. And delicate. All right, we have three different logo designs. Okay, now it's going to start building a logo. Taylor Brands. Where did you go when you went to the website? So the first thing it asked you to type in when you first come to the Taylor Brands page was it asked you to type in, I forgot, I think it's the first thing is like, what do I want to create? So in the middle of the page, there's a big block and I just wrote coffee mugs. And then I click next. And then I think the next thing, somebody help me. I can't remember what it did next. It asked me, after I did coffee mugs, I typed in coffee mugs and clicked next. Then I think the next thing it asked me about my industry and I chose coffee shop. And then it asked next. And then it said, tell me something about your brand. And I just said, I just wanted it to be a bold logo. And then it asked me if I want an icon or if I want words. And I just told them I just want words. So that's where I was. I hope that caught you up. Me and this nose. Okay, so I don't know if I'm already registered or not, but put in your email address that you are not going to use on a regular basis so you don't get marketed by them all the time. And click on I agree. So I can download my logo. All I care about is just download the logo. I'm going to unsubscribe from them. So I put in an email address and I created a password and I click on agree. And maybe I already exist. Oops. I may already exist because I've done this a couple of times. Oh, email is already taken. Okay, well then I'm already registered. I forget what I do when I teach classes, so I'm sorry. Log in. Password's not right, really? Okay. Let's see.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Nicholas. You can go make breakfast. You can go make breakfast. After breakfast. Yes, after breakfast. Okay, updated our legal terms. Okay, fine, that's fine. So engage, it's going to start the process of giving me some options. So coffee mugs. So I don't like, I guess I'll just choose one. I'll choose this one. I love it. I'm going to choose the words love it. If I don't love it, you can change it. I really don't care. I just need to be able to download it. So review your design. I don't need to customize it anymore. Okay, so let me just stop for just a second. I don't feel good either. I'll be using the replays. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, okay. Okay, I'm in the room where I actually used to have mold over about 2 years ago. And lately, in the last 2 weeks, every time I enter this room, like I just go through a level of congestion that I don't understand. Okay, so I am finished. I'm going to click on I'm finished. I'm going to get this logo downloaded. I want to explore great logo design. Yeah, just let me download it. Okay, so I just need to download my logo. That's it. Complete. I don't need all this. Let's see. Downloads. Okay, so over on the side, sorry, they've changed the page. The download used to be over here. So over on the side under Taylor Brands, once you click on You Love It and you go to the page, you click on download. I think downloads up here too, but click on downloads. And I'm going to download this logo. I'm not adding anything extra to it because they're going to make you pay for that. Just download your logo so that you have it. Download a sample. Yeah, all I care is about a sample. Okay. So I'm not upgrading. I'm going to download a sample. Don't pay. Don't pay. Don't pay. And so now I have a couple of samples of logos. Hopefully. Maybe. This one is white background. There we go. Oh, God. Are you serious? Okay, so I did not get my coffee. Blue Ridge coffee. I don't know what happened there. So somehow I've got some kind of Blue Ridge thing in here. It's okay. I don't care. So I'm going to go ahead and use these logos. I don't care. I'm going to use them. If you got the same thing, just use them. So the way that you can get them out of here is you can click on extract. I'm going to go put them in my folder that I created for my coffee project. And I'm going to put them in there, extract all of them. If you need a logo, I can put one in. I can send you one through Messenger. I didn't get my coffee mug that I wanted because I just wanted, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going through all that. So hopefully you got a logo. Continue setup. No, I don't need to consider. I think it's because I created an account before. How can you extract them all? I don't, out of the folder, out of the zip file. I just clicked on extract all, sorry. Let me go back to wherever it landed. Okay. From the website, what I did was I clicked on over here, wherever my logo popped up. And you can play with this more after class, but I clicked on over here. I clicked on the words downloads, and I just clicked on that. And I said, for the purposes of this exercise, instead of trying to figure out, because they redesigned the website. Normally I know where to go, but today I don't. So I don't know what's going on. So I just clicked on downloads, and then it created a zip file. And once I got the zip file, I double clicked on the zip file, which I don't know where it is right now. And I think it's inside of covers. I opened up the zip file and clicked on extract all, wherever it is. Did it go in here? Nope. Maybe it's here. Went somewhere. I have too many files, clearly. So wherever it went, I double clicked on it and I clicked on the words. There it is. So Taylor logo, Taylor Brands. And then once I clicked on logo, Taylor Brands, I clicked on extract all. Once I clicked on extract all, I put them into the folder that I wanted them to go in. So that's how I got there. Okay. So we have a logo, we have an address, we have pictures. So let's go back to our Shopify store and let's go put in a theme. Let's go put in a theme and drop some pictures in and drop a product in. Woo! Okay, so once you're back on your Shopify store, I know you probably have multiple tabs. If it's easier for you, just close all these tabs, okay? Just close them. Close all those tabs, and that way you won't be confused because you probably launched multiple tabs at this point. We are on the page where it says that we chose this theme. And I don't want this theme, so I'm going to choose another theme. So I'm going to change my theme. Oh gosh. So the way I change my theme is I'm going to go ahead and click on the words explore free themes. I'm going to click on the words explore free themes. And then as I click on explore free themes, I said that we're all choosing Brooklyn for the purposes of this exercise. Okay, Nicholas. And so I'm going to choose Brooklyn. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Brooklyn. So again, where I went was explore free themes. Once I clicked on explore free themes, I scroll down, I choose Brooklyn. Once I choose Brooklyn, there's two options. There's playful and there's classic. I'm just going to stick with classic. And then add this theme library. Add to theme library. Okay. So it's going to spin. You can see that it's spinning. Once it's done, we're going to go ahead and click on customize. So your options, so just add it, okay? I don't care about this one. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one because I don't want it. So I'm done. This action can't be undone. That's fine. I didn't do anything with it. I'm going to remove Dawn. I'm going to keep Brooklyn. It makes it easier. Now, when everybody is here, let me know that you are here. Let me know when you're here. And it should say just added, not customized yet. And that's what it should say. So let me know when you're here. Okay, so now that we're here, we're going to click on the words customize. And we're going into our Shopify store. We first look at our Shopify store, there's absolutely nothing here. There's nothing. There's nothing here. Nothing whatsoever. We have an announcement bar at the top. We have menu items over here. We have no pictures. We have that section that I talked about before. We have things that we can showcase here for our collection list. We also have a section for featured collections. And then we have whatever product we want to spotlight or showcase. We have the bottom half of our store that we can also edit. So each one of these is a section, okay? Each one of these is a section. We're going to use this side of the page and we're going to use this side of the page, okay? So as we go through this process, we're going to be updating both sides. And this will be, we'll play with this store. When you're ready to build your real store, you can come back and build your real store, or you can edit this one. I'm going to edit this one because this is going to be a real store for me ultimately. But you can use this store. So a couple of things when we're moving from showing it on the desktop versus showing it on the mobile phone, you're going to choose this. If you ever need to go back and undo something, you're going to choose these little lovely arrows to go backwards or go forwards. When you're ready to publish your site, you'll click on the publish. As you go through this exercise, we're going to click on save a lot. We're going to click on save. You will have your pages. So your home page, your products page, your collections, your collection list, all of that you can choose from this menu drop down here. And so the first thing that we have is we have the header. The header, when I click on here, so let me just show you again what I did. Okay, I'm up here under the words Brooklyn where it says draft. You can exit it anytime. There's the word homepage, and homepage we have the word header. If you click on header, you can choose one of those logos that you just downloaded. So the way I do that is I click on select image and then I click on upload my library's input. So I'm going to upload an image. You need to know where you put it in order to upload the picture. So I put it inside of eCom Sellers Academy and I put it inside of Coffee. Okay. And I'm just going to choose one of these random ones. None of these are what I chose, but that's okay. So I'm going to choose, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which one's going to look good against these pictures up here. I will choose this one. Let's choose one. You can always change it. So that's my logo. Now I have a logo. Okay, so once I have a logo, I am going to choose select and have a logo. I am going to save. I'm going to do this one step at a time. So now that I have saved, earlier I said, like, you want to pick pictures that have a big, have good resolution, or they're big pictures. And so I'm going to collapse that. What I did was I just collapsed header. That's all I did. There's other things in the header that I can change. I can do a transparent logo if I want to insert a transparent logo. We're going to come back and do some of this next week. We're not going to do it all today because it's just so much. I can change different things about the menu. Okay. I can remove the menu. I can change different things about the footer. And I can also, this one where it says announce something here. This is where you can put announcement stuff like, 25% off of shipping. 25% off shipping. Or we purchase with purchases over over $50 or something like that. I don't know. None of that makes sense. I'm just typing some words here. I just wanted you to see where this is going. Okay. So this is up here. So all I did was scroll down. I'm still under header. I scrolled down and I'm talking about briefly about the different sections of this particular page. We still have no picture. I see my menu options right there. You can put links if you want to insert a link on this particular page. So that's the only thing I'm going to do is we uploaded a logo and we put a banner. That's it. We're going to do some more advanced stuff at another time, but today that's all we're doing. So the next section under header, so I collapsed header by clicking on the triangle, and now I'm into slideshow. Slideshow is this stuff. Okay. So under slideshow, I'm going to select my first image. I'm going back to my pictures that I uploaded. I'm going to choose this picture. Okay, good job, Nicholas. And I'm going to upload another picture for my slideshow. I don't know how big these pictures are. That was 275 by 183. This one is 275. Why are they all small? 275 by 183. Okay, so I'm going to go do something real quick. I need to get a bigger picture. This one is big. I need to get another big picture. So hold on. So I am going to go get another big picture. What I did to determine what the size was, and I just rested my mouse on it. And once I rest my mouse on it, it tells me the dimensions, 275 by 183. If I upload that picture to my gallery, it's going to be extremely grainy because it's too small. This is a big banner picture, so it needs a big size image. So I have to get a bigger size image. It can't be 275 by 183. So just a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to what we were doing with coffee mugs. Just going back to Google coffee. If your pictures are too small, you can just go grab some new pictures. I think because I grabbed them from the search and not when I clicked on them. So people drinking, people holding, people something. It was something. Okay, so that's a nice picture. Oh, this is a great one. I like this one. So this one, so what I didn't do was I grabbed the picture. Let me just show you what I did, versus what I didn't do. So if I grab this picture from here, I think the size of it is going to be too small when I grab it from here. If I do save image as, so I have to click on it to put it into this window, and then I can see my dimensions. This is going to be a great picture. So save image as. This is lifestyle 4. Okay, save. That's gonna be a great picture. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my Shopify store because I got another picture. And I'm gonna upload this picture that I just grabbed that's big. So select. Hold on, what's happening here? Okay, all right, so what I did was I chose slide one, I put in the coffee mug picture, so I clicked on the word slide one, so I put on slideshow. Slide one, I uploaded that picture, and then I clicked select, and the picture is here. I went back to slide, and we can change some different things about it. I went back to slide, I chose slide two, I put in the second picture. And then once I'm done with that, now you can see over here, I have a picture. And as I scroll, look at that. I have two pictures. Again, we're making a mock store, okay? So we're just gonna have some stuff there. Did everyone at least get their logo up and get two pictures? Let me know if you're not there. Let me know if you're not there. Not there. Okay. All right. So you should be in the slideshow section. So the thing about these two pictures as you're working on yours is it sort of makes it obvious what I'm selling. The second one, the first one, you might be, oh, is he selling the shirt or are you selling the coffee mug? Like, what are you selling? Are you selling the man? No. So what are you selling? But the second one makes it obvious. I'm selling coffee or coffee mugs or something coffee related. And so that's what you want to make sure is you have some pictures that make it obvious what you're selling. Let me know if you're there. Where do we enter the banner? Okay, so the banner was back up in the header. We were in the header when we were entering the banner. And so you scroll all the way down under header, down towards the bottom. And you had something that maybe said announcement, blah, 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 blah. So I just typed some stuff up there. I mean, that literally what I typed does not make sense. 25% off of shipping. You don't get 25% off of shipping. You give 25% off of maybe the sale, or you do free shipping with orders over. What makes more sense is free shipping. Shipping purchases over, $50. So that makes more sense. I don't know. I just maybe 25% off of your sale today or something. And you can figure out what you want to put there. So then that's what I did. Okay. Whoops. I meant the coffee pictures. Okay. So the second section under header is slideshow. So under slideshow, I expand slideshow. Okay. And underneath the slideshow, you should have two slides. One that was blank here, and the other one that was blank here. They were both blank. I clicked on the first one. I clicked on, it said upload a picture because my logo was already there. because this is actually just going into a library of images. It's just going into a library of images. I clicked on upload and I grabbed my image off of my folder, out of my folder. Remember, we created a folder, and I grabbed my image out of my folder and I double clicked on it and I added it. So it has a little checkbox. Once it has a checkbox, I click select. Then I go to the next one. And I went to slide 2, which was the second slide. And I chose the picture. So I double clicked on the picture, added this guy's picture, clicked on select. And then once I did that, then the picture started to come in. Okay. And I could add another one if I wanted to. I can click on add slide. So maybe this is where you are. So add slide, and it is blank. So once it is a blank, I click on it. And then I click on select image and I grab a new image. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when the picture's too small. So I'll choose this one. But then likely it's going to be grainy. Yeah, so this is what happens when your image is too small. So I could tell that the image was too small because it was 275 by 300. And so when you have an image that is too small, then it is jacked up. So resize the logo. You have to resize the logo before you upload it. What tool can you resize the logo in? So I'm going to go ahead and show my grainy one, which is really ugly. So make sure you look at your image sizes when you do this. So one way to resize your logo, there's a couple different ways. You could drop it into Paint. I don't know what kind of tool you have on your desktop. So if I wanted to resize the logo, I could double click on it here. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to move stuff around my screen. And this. Okay. So when I click on edit, I won't have a true resize, but I can crop it here. So I could crop it if I wanted to and rotate it, make adjustments, blah, 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 blah. Or I can open it in Paint, which is my favorite thing, or Snagit, either one of these. So I have Snagit and I can resize it in Snagit. That's the tool I have. But if you don't have Snagit, most everybody has Paint. And so once you go into Paint, you can click on resize. And then once you go into resize, you can change the sizes of this particular logo. So I click on pixels and you can resize it to down to, I don't know what you want your size to be, but you can resize it down to 500 by 656. And I probably want to click OK. I'm going to save as a second version. So let me just save as. And I resized it. This is 2 for me. This will be my smaller one. So now it's resized and then you can bring it back in. That's one way you can resize it. You may have other resize tools. You could probably import it into Canva and that kind of thing to resize it as well. So I wanted to point out, this is what happens when your images are too small on your main gallery. It will be grainy in the background and you don't want grainy pictures. Because again, people are visual buyers. So if they're seeing all this, what is this I'm looking at? You want to get rid of that. Okay. So how do I get rid of a picture that is like jacked up? And you can hide it for right now and take it out of your gallery. That's one way. You can double click on it and remove block down at the bottom if you want to get rid of it altogether. And then now it is completely gone from my slide selections. Okay, I want you to save. All right, everybody got that? Tell me when you're here. Is everybody here? Yes. All right. Okay. So now You have a text box, which is this right here. You can figure out what you want to write and put some words here to talk about what you're selling here, or grab our amazing coffee mugs. They were handcrafted by little kids, and I don't know, just write something. You can make this a smaller box, smaller text, smaller everything. You can make it medium size, or you can make it large. All I did was click on the words, rich text. I'm just going down the screen. So I'm going to collapse this, and I'm going to the next section. And this is the rich text. So if you wanted to put a header on there, wide display, I can make this fully wide. I can make it smaller. I can change the text. If I want to remove it altogether, I can click on remove section. So if you want some text, great. If you don't want some text, that's fine too. If you want to hide it for right now and not delete it, which is what I always encourage. Don't delete stuff that you don't know if you're going to need later, because you can always move where it lives. I can move this rich text down further. So I can hide it for right now so that it's not there. It goes directly to my select collection. And then that way, if I need to use it later on, I can unhide it and it comes back. So just putting that out into the universe. So if you're going to hide it, click on the little eyeball and then click save. So now you have a logo, you have 2 pictures, you have something updated on the banner. So how hard was that? Was it hard? Was it easy? Were you able to work it out? Please tell me. We're only going for another 20 minutes because I've got to get my notes clear before my next class. Okay, so then the next thing that you have in your section is you have collections. These are all the collections. If I click on this is collection 1, collection 2, collection 3. So I had you download some pictures, different pictures. Now these are smaller pictures right now, so you should be okay with the smaller pictures because of the fact, well, I mean, some of them will be okay, some of them may not. So this is a little bit bigger. These are smaller. So, and you don't have to use all of these pictures. Like I could say, okay, I'm not going to use any of these pictures, okay, for right now. I can use them. Remember, I can use them. I can double click on it. And if I double click on it, if I want to get rid of the block, I can click on remove block. So again, if I wanted to get rid of this, I can remove block. If I just want to hide it for right now, because I don't know what I want to put here, I can click on hide. But you're going to have collections. There's going to be things you're going to showcase. So if you're showing coffee mugs, maybe you're selling coffee mugs large and small. Maybe you're doing coffee mugs with sayings on them versus solid coffee mugs. Maybe you're doing handcrafted coffee mugs and the ones that are not handcrafted, you know, by the little kids, whatever it happens to be. So you're going to have some featured stuff. And on your collections, you're going to put what the deal is. Okay, I'm going to hide these 2 and keep these. Okay, I want the 3. Okay. So I like the 3 examples. I think that was a good one. I don't want to show the big blocks. So I could have, for my coffee mugs, I could put large coffee mugs. I can put, this one could be large. This one could be coffee mugs that have sayings or quotes on them. This one could be ones that are handcrafted by little kids, okay? Whatever it happens to be. Now, if you are doing something that is so unique, like something that is earth-friendly or something that is, I don't know, good for the environment, or something that is philanthropic, where you have little kids in third world countries making coffee mugs and the money goes back to that country. Those types of things are great things to put like in your text here if there's something special about the way that these coffee mugs were selected or made. So that's that text where we said, we're going to hide it for right now. That's that text that goes here. People care and love when there's a story behind the product. And then that's going to be a big theme going forward into the future, because people care about your store is something that's going to impact the community in some kind of way. They care about that. So I have a whole thing when we make pictures, and they're made by my son and another young man who is on the autism spectrum. And so they are made by them, handmade by them, and they're sold And again, this is money that goes towards them, but again, this is to support the autism community and or to support them. And so that the fact that people know that they're made by individuals that are on the spectrum, this is something that those people that want to support that community are interested in, and they'll buy the picture. So having a story behind that is always a good thing. Okay, so moving on. So now we're going to do this, and we only have 15 minutes. So I'm going to double click on the first collection, whatever you decided to do. I went ahead and hid the first 2 big boxes because all my pictures are small, and so I know they're going to be grainy. And next time we'll choose bigger pictures. So if you want to choose bigger pictures before next class, please do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on collections, and I'm going to click on select collection. And once I click on select collection, please tell me when you're here. Please let me know when you're here. Type in the chat when you're here. So I will type again. What I did was the first one I chose was the third one down. So I hit the first 2. And I clicked on collection. Then I clicked on select collection. And then let me know when you're here. I don't have that. I have feature collection. I have no collection list. But we haven't put anything into the list yet. You know about this text right here? So what I did, let me just go here. Do you see header, showcase, rich text? Please tell me if you see these. Header, showcase, rich text. Okay. Then after header, no. Okay, so you did not choose the Brooklyn theme. What's your theme at the top right here? What is your theme? What is right here? Brooklyn. So it should be in sequential order if you collapse the triangle, because everybody's Brooklyn theme should be pretty close. So what do you have next? Featured collection? I have fancy, not classic. Okay, so what is next? Featured collection? Yes, okay, all right, I'll just move up. All right, so let me just move this up. There we go, that's simple. All right, so I changed it. So now are we in the same order? Yes. Are we in the same order now? No rich text. Okay, all right. So, all right. But do you have feature collection? So you went slideshow feature collection. Is that correct? I has custom HTML. Okay, well, that's a different conversation. So that's the reason why I chose the basic one. But that's okay. So you're fine. You're fine. That's okay. We're good. We're good. So you have slideshow, custom HTML. And then after custom HTML, what's next? After custom HTML feature. Okay, so let's go with feature collection. We are there. All right, so now that I'm on feature collection, I'm going to choose feature collection, and it says to select a collection. Well, we don't have anything in collections yet. We haven't created anything. So when you come here, I clicked on feature collections, and then it says feature collection. That's these words right here. So if I say, I'm just going to type some stuff. I'm not doing anything special. Specialty coffee mugs, okay? Or whatever you want to say here. Coffee mugs that are on sale, coffee, whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say. Gotta run. Oh, okay. All right. So I don't have it. It says homepage takes me to a different page. I don't have that. It says homepage and takes me to a different page. Okay, so if feature collection is next, when you double click on feature collection, double click. Oops, I did not mean to do that. When I double click on feature collection, does it take you here? No. Okay, so can you show me your screen? Because if you click on the words feature collection and you double click, it should take you here. Yes. So go ahead and show your screen. I will stop sharing. Can you show your screen? Let me make you. I'm going to move you to panelist. Okay. So can you show your screen? It should let you click on show screen. Okay, so click on the arrow backwards from features collection. The little open arrow. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay. So now double click on feature collection. Okay, good. All right. So we have the words feature collection, and then scroll down. Okay. So they're doing a static collection. That's okay. All right. So they're grabbing your pictures from the home page is what it's doing, which is fine. So click on the words change. Click on the drop down for change. Okay, so that's just changing the collection. Scroll, click on the word static collection. It doesn't let you click. Okay, that's fine. Click out of this. Click on your triangle going backwards again. Oh, gosh. And let me see your whole page. Minimize all of that. Let's just see where you collapse the slideshow. Click on the little triangle dip and then collapse the custom HTML. And then over on the left, let's scroll up and down. So let me see what's at the top. Let me see what's on the top. On the other side, sorry, on the right side. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, scroll down. Got words. And then we've got this. Okay. Okay, so they have made, okay, so let's go to featured slideshow again. And double click on featured slideshow. Sorry, featured collection. I didn't mean slideshow. Featured collection. Yep. And then click on home page. So evidently they're sending you back. Go ahead and click on that. I don't know how that got there. That's very interesting. Okay. Scroll down for just a second. Okay, so your design is sending you back. Okay, so we were going to end up in collections anyway because we have to create some collections. Scroll up. So it's sending you here to make your collections. Okay. I don't know why homepage is what it's deciding to do. That I don't know. Paragraph products. We're going to add some products. Yep, we're going to get there. Manage. Click on manage. Online store Facebook. Nope. Cancel. Cancel. Okay. Well, I may have to work. Yours is launching something else. I don't know why it is. So what we'll do is I'll have to go create a store using Fancy and see if I can figure out in the back end why is it sending it over here. But we can still add your collection. So I'm going to show my screen now. And I will have you add your collections on the back end. So we all got to go to the back end anyway. So so I'm going to go ahead and show my screen again. We're going to add some collections on the back end. So for me, what happens when I click on collections, just because I click on feature collections and I have some words, and then I click on select collection. So we're going to go in and put some stuff into our collections. In order for us to have collections, we have to add products. So we get to add products, and we're going to add the categories in which our collections are going to live in. So when I was saying earlier, see my homepage, it shows up like this. And I have the opportunity to create collections. So I have homepage, but I don't have the launch for homepage first. So we're going to go and create collection, which is going to take me to this, hopefully the same place that she's in. And we're going to think about the groupings for where our products are going to go. So I want you to think about your products in this Play Store that we created. I mentioned before, like coffee mugs that are handmade and coffee mugs that have sayings and tall, large, oversized coffee mugs. Those might be the 3 categories. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Collection from where I am. It should take me to hopefully the same place that she's at, or a similar place. So if you navigate from where you are right now and click on Collections, I have a title and a paragraph. So yours says homepage and something else. I just want to get to, do you have a navigation where it says create collection? So I'm going to put for my collection, large coffee mugs. And let's start with that one. I'm going to say it's a manual collection for right now. Automated collection is when we're importing, and we will get into that fancy stuff next week or the following week. When you're importing from a mass list, like I'm importing from maybe AliExpress or maybe Printful or whatever, you can automatically put your products into groupings. So if you're going to sell a bunch of large coffee mugs, when I import the products directly into my store, I can automate that they all go under the catalog for large coffee mugs. So that's just one example of how that might work. I put a description if I want to put a description. So hopefully, do you have a place for title and description? If you don't, we'll come back, we'll figure that out. And I'm going to do manual for right now. I can add an image so that whenever this collection displays, this is the cover image that shows up, the cover image whenever I'm showcasing large coffee mugs. So let's just pretend that this is the large coffee mug, and this is the cover image that I want everybody to see when they see large coffee mugs. Okay, this is not adding the product yet. This is just showing the image. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. So now I have an image that goes with large coffee mugs. This is not really as large, but it is large. And again, I have a couple of them. Like a boss. I love it. Okay, so that is one collection. Then I'm going to add another collection. And if at any time you need to delete the collections, you can do that. So then I'm going to, so now I have large coffee mugs. When you click on the word collections, does it take you to this? Do you see this? When you click on the word collections from your dashboard, do you see, click on the word collections, hopefully it takes you here. If it does, you see homepage here, and that must be your default. If it takes you here, hopefully it does, click on the word collections. We're going to go ahead and click on the green button for create collection. I'm going to create another collection. And I'm going to choose handmade. Not that I actually have handmade, but that's okay. We're just doing an exercise. Once I do handmade and I have coffee mugs, I'm going to choose manual for right now. Okay, so coffee mugs, manual. And I'm going to choose add the image. And I need a coffee mug. Maybe I'll choose this one. Okay, and then once I choose an image for that particular collection, I'm going to go ahead and click save. Now I have 2 collections in there. If I click on the word collections, I have one for handmade coffee mugs and large coffee mugs. So were you able to, when you click on the word collections, click on create collection in green. Please let me know. Type in the chat if you were. Were you able to do that? Yes. All right. We are there, hopefully. Okay, so now that we have some collections, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead while we're here, and we're going to add some products and put those products, attach them to the collections. Okay, so we're going to create some products and we're going to attach them to the collections. All right. So hopefully you got enough pictures and you're able to, if you have to use the same picture over and over again, that's fine too. Either one works. Okay, so we're going to go up to, it says all products. And once we're on all products, again, we would, if you're going to import, we can talk about that another time. We're going to manually add a product. So we're going to click on add product. And once we click on the words add product, I am going to choose some of these coffee mugs that I chose before. So give them, if you want to give them fanciful names, that's fine. If you don't want to give them fanciful names, you don't have to. Just type something for the name of your product. So product number 1, I'm just going to make up some stuff. I don't know the first thing about coffee mugs, meaning I've never done any deep research on them. So if you know a whole bunch about coffee mugs, that's great. I'm just going to just give them some generic crazy stuff. So, so we're going to call this Dad's Coffee Mug. And for Dad's Coffee Mug, I am going to add an image for Dad's Coffee Mug. And let me see. Maybe I should put Mom's Coffee Mug. Probably Mom's. It's probably better. So let's call it Mom's Coffee Mug. So we're gonna call it Mom's Coffee Mug. And it's gonna ask me over here, you'll notice the type of collection. So if Mom's Coffee Mug fits under large coffee mugs, I can add it to the large coffee mugs collection. I can put a price, and if I'm going to do a sale on it, I can put a different price over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a price of, I don't know, $15.99. I'm just making up something. If you put in the cost per item, this doesn't show up on the customers, like it doesn't show up on the page. This is for later on when you need to run reports and do calculations. If it costs you $2 for this coffee mug and you're selling it, they're going to do some estimations for you. So there's an estimated profit. Okay, if you have a SKU, type in your SKU. And if you don't have a SKU, you don't have to type one in, but you can make up a SKU. So I'm just, because we're doing an exercise, ABC 1, 2, 3 is my SKU. Track quantity, continue selling when out of stock. So then that way you could turn that on if you want to. You can always come back and edit the stuff. This is a physical product. Yes, I'm going to ship it. So you need to have an estimated weight. You can say it's 5 ounces. If you want to, I think your options, yeah, ounce. Okay, so change it to what you need to. Customs, so I am selling US. Sorry, I got something in my eye. United States is the origin. If you're, there's hazmat code that you have there. This product has options like color and size. If you want to choose that, some more stuff will show up so you can do different colors and sizes. Types, if you want to put it into a menu, you can do that. Okay, we're doing this coffee thing now. If you want to put in different types, you can do that. I'm not. I'm just going to move on. I am so sorry. And then once it is active or live, you can draft your product listing. Make sure you put some details, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go ahead and choose active. So what I did was I gave it a title, Mom's Coffee Mug. I put a picture, put a couple of pictures if you want to, put a price, cost, put a SKU, put a quantity, put a weight, because you need that for shipping. And I changed it to active. I added it to a collection for large coffee mugs. And you can put it into a type. There's a whole bunch of menu options there. If you want to add some tags to it, you can also add some tags to it. So for people who might be searching for it, or for you to be able to search for it as well. If it has a variety of sizes and colors, you can choose that. But for the purposes of this exercise, we're going to move on. So go ahead and save. Okay, now I'm going to add another product. So I'm going to click on products. I have one product and I have one in stock. I'm going to add a product. And I'm going to say this is handcrafted. So this is, I don't know, grandma's, granddad's, granddad, granddad's, grandpa's. That's much better. Grandpa's coffee mug. Again, put a description. Add your media. Coffee mug. Put your price. Put your cost. Make me one too. Sorry. Put your SKU. ABC 3, 4, 5. Selling continues quantity. Put 1. It's a physical product. Yes. Put your weight. Ounces. Region. Okay, and put my collections. It's handmade. Grandpa's coffee mug is in the handmade, and make it active. All right, hit and save. I now have 2 products. Please tell me who has 2 products. When you click on the word all products, do you have 2 products? Do you have 2 products that are active? Do you have 2 products that are in stock? Please type in the chat when you have that. So we're going to go add these 2 products and we're going to call it. We're going to continue this exercise in session 4. So when you have 2 products, let me know. So the way that you change them from draft is you click on the drop down. Sorry, or you can double click on it. Sorry, double click. And over here where it says product status, change it from draft to active. Product status, change it from draft to active. Okay. So now that we have 2 products, we're now going to go back to our collection, and maybe this collection thing will work for us now. Okay, so I added 2 products and I added each product under a collection. And so Grandpa's is attached to handcrafted or something like that. Mom's is attached to large, and we have 2 pictures for large. I mean, we have a picture for large and we have a picture for handcrafted. Okay, that's what we did in this exercise. Come back over here. And I am going to choose, just save real quick. So I'm going to click on refresh. Okay. And I am going to search for my collections. Handcrafted. So my first collection that I created was handcrafted. I'm searching. I choose it. I click select. What it did was it brought in a coffee mug for Grandpa. Look at that. Woohoo! I clicked on save. Okay. Then the next one, featured. I am going to add another picture. We got one. You making me some breakfast? Okay. That we have. Oh, I gotta do collection list. Okay, that's why it's not doing what I want it to do. So I started, I forgot that I swapped these two. There we go. I gotta swap this real quick. Let me fix this first, and then things will show up the way I want them to. So I'm gonna go ahead and select my collections. So now I have my picture for my mugs. I only need to copy and then save that. I put it back in the order that I actually wanted it in, and select my collection, large, save that. So the first thing we should have done was we create the, collection list. And then after we create, I'm gonna hide this. So now I only have the two pictures. So I have my coffee banner. As we start, we have the banner. Then after the banner, I normally would have a collection list. And then after I have my collection list, then I would have my coffee mugs themselves. So because you didn't have a collection list, you didn't see the pictures that you put on a collection list. That's okay. We'll come back and fix that. So we're going to go ahead and focus on the featured products. Just trying to figure out what happened there. And so we have a couple of featured products. Let's go and change collection. Thank you. Page. Save. I do have collections. I do. Same setting. Hold on. I need to be able to add the second one. Just a second. I gotta figure something out real quick. All right, we're gonna come back to feature collections. I don't know what's going on. Embed. It's probably something super simple. And I just have not. Social media. No. No, it should be a grid. Okay, I gotta figure something out before next class. But here's the deal. We did at least get one feature collection. We got some products added. And we also got, for some of us, we got the collection list up. So I've got to figure out if there's something not right about my page. Just for a second, I'll figure it out. And by next class, we're going to come in here. We're going to add some more feature collections, and we're going to showcase our products so that our products are showcased on our page. If you wanted to keep going, you could come in here, you can add your products, you can select a product that you want to showcase, and you can put your product in here. This is what would show up on your page. So if I select that, and then I go down the list, what I would see is my banner, my header, my border, my featured collections, and then I would see, I can show multiple products. This is the standalone product itself, but up here, we're gonna have a couple of products going across. So I just need to figure out why I didn't get my grid. And then once I get my, I think it's tied to one of the top collections that I hid. That might be my problem, is that it's tied to one of the top collections that I previously hid. And that may be the reason why I'm not getting the results yet, because I hid these two. So I need to go figure out which one is the one that's going to allow me to be able to add the rest of these across here. So, so your activity is to come in here and actually, kind of add a couple more products, add a couple more collections or groups of collections, maybe change out your pictures, edit your logo, fix your logo, that kind of stuff. We're going to come back and add some more stuff to our store in session 4. We're also going to talk about the integrations that are available. And we have to finish up our settings, which is the rest of our store setup. And we haven't done the rest of our store setup. So session 4, we're going to continue with our store. Make sure you write down your password. Make sure you write down your store name. Make sure you write down all the stuff that's going to help you to continue to move on in your store. Also, make sure that you save. And then we'll come back and we'll look at our stores. But I mean, we got a really good start on a store. So I kind of like my pictures. I think they're pretty cool. I hope you like your pictures. I think they're pretty cool there. So we will continue on. And if you have any questions, there's going to be a live Q&A session at 3:00. If you want to join that live Q&A, the email link to that is inside the email that you received when you first registered. So I hope that's helpful. We did make some progress today. So I am happy about that. I'll see you in session 4 and we'll move on from there. Bye, guys.